It's really exciting and great fun taking your dog out to the countryside, but there are some things that it's well worth considering. The first and one of the most important things is, even if your dog has an excellent recall at home, out in an unfamiliar environment, that goes out the window. When you're in an environment with livestock, then sometimes a short lead is much, much safer. If you're in an open countryside where you can see and there's no livestock around and the terrain is good, then actually a long line attached to a harness can give the dog a bit more freedom and the opportunity to explore. Sometimes you can look around and it looks like a safe, enclosed environment, but just bear in mind that livestock fencing and hedging isn't always secure for dogs, and dogs easily escape through and sometimes put themselves in danger. It's really important to check the signs out in the countryside. Sometimes those signs relate to the livestock, and sometimes they relate to wildlife, but also sometimes to poisons too. So to keep your dog safe, make sure you observe and follow all the guidance. When you're out in the countryside and you see somebody coming along on a horse or leading a horse in hand, the important thing is to keep your dog engaged with you and stand up straight and talk to the horse owner and talk to your dog. Ducking down and hiding actually spooks horses and makes it much harder for horses to come past you. It's really worth considering where you walk, even though the footpath might be right through the middle of the field. If there's livestock with their young, it's much, much better to go round the outside because the livestock will protect their young. It's also worth knowing that actually sometimes cattle will approach you if you're walking a dog, and sometimes horses will too. If that happens, as soon as you can, turn around and go back or to a safe place. And if they continue to approach you and you feel in danger, actually letting your dog off is safer because the cattle may chase the dog, but the dog is more likely to outrun than you will. When you're out and about, just make sure that you leave the gateways as you found them and close them securely if there's livestock about, so that none can escape. Sometimes when we're out walking in the countryside, we don't see it as quite as relevant to pick up after our dogs. Livestock can suffer significant diseases due to parasites in dog poo. So not only should you worm your dog, but you should also pick up the poo whenever you're out in the countryside. And make sure that you take the poo home. I'm sure I'm not the first person to see little packages hanging in trees, and they don't grow there. When you're out in the countryside and you're anywhere going through places where livestock have recently been, you'll probably notice that your dog really likes to eat some poo. I wouldn't worry too much about that. It is fairly normal and usually doesn't make them poorly. The other thing they love to do, and this is another great reason for keeping them on lead in that environment, is they love to roll in poo, and you try and stop them. So you might also want to pack something in the car to clean them up to go home. For any other tips and advice with your dog, then please get in touch or head to our website.